For now, here on SportsCenter, it's no sleep till Brooklyn as the WNBA draft is tonight on ESPN, hosted by my partner, Elle. Duncan. Good to see you, Elle.
Hey, what's up, Kevo? So excited for the WNBA draft. We've got all the good feelings from the carryover from college space right here into the pros. It is a star-studded event. So let's walk you through some of the bigger storylines that we're watching for tonight. From the BAM, that's the Brooklyn Academy of Music, by the way, I've learned. It starts at 7:30 Eastern. Fans in attendance for the first time since 2016, by the way. Sold out, and it starts with the Fever. They've got the first pick. Caitlin Clark expected to go there. They're the first team with the #1 pick in back-to-back drafts since the Aces had 3 straight from 2017 to 19. That trio of Kelsey Plum, Asia Wilson, and Jackie Young, well, they've gone on to win 2 titles together. And there are 3 teams that lost their top scorer and their leaders in rebounds and assists per game from last season. That's the Sparks, Sky, and Mystics. They'll look to reload quickly with this draft. Both the Sparks and Sky have multiple picks within the top 7. We are, of course, just 8 days removed. As I said, the good vibes have just carried over from Cleveland, from the women's NCAA tournament, and several of those stars from the tournament are going to hear their names called tonight. ESPN's Michael Vopel has the Sparks taking Cameron Brink and Rikia Jackson. The Sky projected to take former SEC rivals Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese. And UConn stars Aaliyah Edwards and Nika Mule projected to the Wings and the Liberty, respectively. Of course, we've seen the draftees the last couple of days taking the Empire State Building, even the New York Stock Exchange. Now all eyes on the Brooklyn Academy of Music, where the draft will begin in just over an hour from now. They're setting up the tables. I promise you I would have set up tables just to be here, but alas, I get to sit at the desk, and that's pretty fun for me. Brooklyn goes hard, and sometimes it goes big. We got the big 3 in attendance. My girl, Chiney Ogwumike, my girl, Andraya Carter. So excited to be able to have you guys tonight. We're going to see them on our draft coverage at 7:30 Eastern right here on ESPN and 7 o'clock as well. But Chiney, real quick, how different are the vibes from when you were drafted #1 overall? She walked up to Aaliyah Edwards, and the first thing she said was, "Girl, you look rich."
Yes.
You got money.
First of all, 10 years ago, thank God for glow-ups, because I looked a lot different. These ladies look rich, NIL money is showing.
Yes.
But honestly, it's just been a beautiful experience to see these ladies realize that their dream is about to come true. And I've always said that high school makes top players. College makes stars, and we have a star-studded class here, one of the best we've ever seen in WNBA history. These are rock stars, but honestly, the WNBA is where legends are made.
Yeah.
This is where legacies get certified, and to realize that your dream is like just minutes away.
Sure.
Yo, when I was selected #1, I blacked out.
Wait
for a second.
a minute, I'm sorry.
Subtle flex.
When I was selected
just,
#1
just
overall.
say it one more time. When you were what? I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I was #1. Okay, 10 years ago, a long time ago. Yo, I blacked out. So they're like, and the #1 pick, and I was like, ah. The only reason I went up on stage is because Nneka gave me a love tap, like, get up, girl, and go. And so to be able to share that moment with my sister was also #1 pick.
Yeah.
I mean, it changed my life forever, and they're going to feel the exact same thing.
You talk about rock stars. Can we just break the ice here before all the shows start? Nika Mule has a grill. It's like a little tooth.
She has a grill?
It's like a 2-tooth grill that is probably the most fire
I think Camilla
thing
has diamonds in her teeth,
I've
too.
seen. It's absolutely incredible. I know I got one just to match Camilla. Okay,
Oh, there we
listen.
go.
So the rock stars are out. It's so cool to watch them and see themselves, see so much of who they are in this moment. For me, someone that was definitely not drafted #1, was not drafted at all, didn't have this opportunity. It doesn't matter to me if you're the first pick or you're the 36th pick or you're just in consideration for being drafted. To be in that conversation and to have WNBA coaches and GMs talking about you and to submit your name, it's special. Whether someone goes undrafted or they get drafted, it doesn't matter. To be here in this moment and be considered is special. It means a lot to me to be here as someone that couldn't get drafted. It's just a really special day.
Yes.
Andrea, we're all here together.
Yeah, you ended up in a good spot, Dre. You're exactly where you needed to be.
To watch them have their dreams come true is so, so, so special.
Yeah, but let me talk about that #1 overall pick, because it's a bit of a whirlwind too, right? And you were there. You were a #1 overall pick, and you were also in a Final Four the year that you were drafted. So what is realistic expectations for someone that was 8 days ago preparing for a national championship and in 3 weeks is going to start playing?
Yeah, it's wild. The turnaround is crazy, but if there's one class that is built for this stardom and this viewership explosion, it's absolutely this class, and Caitlin Clark is uniquely positioned to succeed, in my opinion. Now, there's a learning curve for everyone in the W. As a post player, you know you can always get rebounds, but as a guard, there are 2 things that translate. It's 1, basketball IQ, and 2, it's shooting. Well, this is the greatest shooter the college game has ever seen, men's or women, and then also this is a person that led the nation in assists. So her game will translate. Are we going to see the 32 points per game that we saw in Iowa? Absolutely not, probably. If she does, kudos to you, Caitlin. You different. But the reality is that she can still make a mark. When I was drafted number 1, I went to a circumstance where we were not going to win. She's likely going to go to an opportunity where she is going to have the ball in her hands. She will create home impact, and it will carry over, just like we saw with Iowa.
The basketball IQ is going to be right where it needs to be. One thing Caitlin did at Iowa always was made the right read. The ball was in her hands when she's coming off the screen. She made the right read. Her IQ and her ability to space the floor and to move will come in hand more than ever before because she has teammates around her, like Aaliyah Boston, where the defense has to decide, are you going to double team or triple team Aaliyah Boston? They still have to decide that with Caitlin on the floor, and now the decision is even tougher. What does Aaliyah do? She draws defenders. She draws double teams. She draws triple teams. Even in the WNBA, what can Aaliyah do? Find Caitlin on the outside. What can Caitlin do? Find Aaliyah running the floor. Aaliyah is a much taller target than Hannah Stuelke is, and Caitlin put the pass right where it needed to be for Hannah Stuelke time after time after time. Those two and their connection could be really special.
This is going to be a dream scenario for Caitlin Clark to only go 487 miles from home in Iowa to Indiana. If they make the right, 99.999% of it is just, you know what I'm saying?
So wait, I have something from our researcher, Carter. Oh, wait, last year, Indiana Fever average ticket price, $60. This year, $174. She going to Indiana.
There. But look, it's a perfect scenario. Being able to have a tag teammate in Aaliyah Boston, but then also just realizing that you're comfortable, you're here, you're home. And we've all seen she shines in the brightest of lights. And most importantly, like Caitlin, we're proud of you. We see the pride of you wearing. We're proud of you.
And maybe when we take a quick look at like what it could potentially portend, the Fever, the 4th team in WNBA history to have the #1 pick in consecutive years. Each of the previous 3 won a championship within 3 years of that second pick. We are not going anywhere here on SportsCenter from the WNBA draft. We've got Chiney Andrea sticking around, and Don Staley will join us. Kevin, let's get it back to you.